Hello everybody, welcome back to that Stikbot channel, and today's video, I'm making Mr. Frog from Smiling Friends. Here's all the paint and clay I used, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off with, and you'll never guess, a green Stikbot. The first thing I did was super glue the cord to the top of the torso. That way, when I cut off the head, the legs don't just fall out the bottom. It's actually kind of uncanny seeing a Stikbot hold its shape without the head. Then I filled in all the gaps with some epoxy sculpt, but when I added the super glue, I added a bit too much, and now the arm is stuck in place. So I tried to get it free, but I ended up just breaking it, which means I ruined a perfectly good fodder green Stikbot for nothing. Green Stikbot, look away. So I had to break out another green Stikbot and do the whole process all over again. Then I simply sanded away at the epoxy sculpt until it was sort of blended in. I have always wanted to try this on a custom. That's pretty much the only reason I made this, is because I've always wanted to do that thing where you like fill something in and sand it away with clay. Then I painted over it, sanded it a bit more, try and get it perfectly smooth to where it's absolutely seamless. Then I sculpted a couple mouths, and those circles on the shins there are supposed to be eyes, but as you'll see, I didn't end up going with this for reasons I'll get into. Because the clay eyes were just way too big and bulky, I ended up cutting them out of paper. Going back to the Stikbot, it is now fully painted, completely seamless, at least I think completely seamless. It is really weird seeing a Stikbot without like the top notch in the neck on the torso. Then of course just paint the whole thing in green and brown. Sanded down one of the clay mouths and painted that in a mixture of the lighter and darker green. Again, we're not going to go with this because as you can see, with the eyes painted, it just was not working. The eyes were too thick, very distracting, and them being squares weren't working either. Of course, the lips were disgustingly shaped. I don't know what I was thinking there. So we ended up with not one, but two scrapped faces for Mr. Frog. I ended up just painting it on, which I did not want to do. Starting off with the eyes, I tried to get them both perfectly circular. That was not fun at all. The one on the left went quick, but the one on the right was an absolute pain. Had to sort of clean it up, paint around the edges, and you're gonna see paint build up. My arch nemesis is coming back for this custom. Then painted the mouth. I thought about outlining it, but I really don't like adding outlines to customs. But the lips, they do kind of blend together, but I think that you get the general idea. And then, yeah, then here's the face painted. It is an awkward mess, but let's take a deeper look into this. I know something looking good from a distance never excuses lazy custom work, but come on guys, it's just Mr. Frog. I think I was literally only interested in doing the whole like filling in on the torso thing, that by the time I got to actually making Mr. Frog, I was like, oh shoot, I actually have to like make the rest of it now. Part of the fun of making Stikbot customs for me is sort of translating designs into the Stikbot art style. I ignored that with Mr. Frog. I planned this design out in so many ways, and this is the only way it worked. If I gave him square eyes, it wouldn't have worked. If I gave him black square eyes especially, wouldn't have worked. Even the nostrils not being there wouldn't have worked. Especially because I wanted Mr. Frog to have that uncanny vibe that he has in Smiling Friends. I mean, he's canonically some sort of like demon creature. So giving him circular eyes, giving him pupils, giving him disgusting nostrils was unfortunately the way to go. I think Mr. Frog can be the one exception. Along with that, the other biggest issue here is the paint buildup. The details are definitely very sloppy. I had to go over it many times to try and clean up mistakes, and this is definitely the most noticeable paint buildup has been on a figure. I flattened it out many times. I definitely could have approached this in a way better manner. Not exactly sure what I should have done, but there's definitely that extent of me. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to customs, and again, it was just Mr. Frog. So when it came to actually like working on the Mr. Frog design itself and the details, I just simply did not care. I'll be the first to admit I probably should have put more effort into this, but it's really, you know what it's gonna do? You know what's gonna happen with this? It's going to sit up there with them for the next couple months, and that's the only time it will ever be looked at, and that is good enough for me. Although, you know, credit where credit is due, the whole filling in thingy at the top there, I mean, it's pretty seamless, right, guys? I mean, I think I did a good job with... Cars 2 just fell over. I think I did a pretty good job with that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of Mr. Frog down in the comments. If you're interested in joining my Discord server or following any of my socials, those links will of course be in the description. Keep on honking my goose and ham sandwiches, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Actually, I haven't, that's like the first time I've knocked over a custom at the end of one of these in like years.